the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 1005. Doing it live, 1005. And Joe will be joining us in about 10 to 20 minutes here. So he will be here. We're just waiting on him to show up. So, yeah.
He'll be here very soon.
Yeah. So
before you know it.
So we don't normally stream on Sunday, and we don't normally stream on Monday, but this week we're doing both. So we've got something special planned, not only to ensure that we meet the goal, but also that you guys get something special potentially for helping us meet the goal, and Billy will explain to you now what that's all about. Oh my God, he's all blurry.
What's up?
I need to turn off the focus.
What's up, blur?
Autofocus is fucked.
Papa.
What is this?
It's the most broken day of my life.
Is it? Hold on, I'll fix it. I just gotta. Yeah.
Ta-da! We're bringing back the non-fuckable tokens this week. Usually we do them Saturday nights to try and hit that goal. We're starting tonight. We're gonna run all week. Every $20 dono. Pick a card, any card. We'll cross them off on the list. If you pick one that's already been picked, I'll pick one next closest for you and write it down yourself. And at the end of the week, we're going to pick a winner, or possibly more, depending on how many people come in to the thing. But we'll pick winners at Saturday night and send you guys a special limited edition one-of-a-kind t-shirt. Pa-pow!
That's how it works.
As a thank you for you guys to join in and be part of the tokens.
Yeah.
A little scam.
It's a little scammy.
A little scam.
Well, you know what, though? Everyone always gets the shirt that they were promised. So,
yeah,
as long as I get their shipping information, that's the only thing that prevents me from sending it.
Just a little scam.
Yeah. So, we're waiting for Joe to get here, and in the meantime, we'll cover some interesting stuff. All we ask right now is that all of you out there like this stream. All of you sweet boys out there, give the stream a like.
The sweet girls can like it as well.
I don't know.
They're allowed.
I don't know if they can.
I'm all about equality.
I don't know. I'm not about equality.
It's where I come from, women are allowed to like things as much as men are allowed to like them.
I don't know about that.
They're just
what's up with
usually
these,
not capable.
You know, I've been watching a lot of Nick Fuentes for the show, and now
Are you based?
I am almost based, and I'm definitely catboy build.
See, I'm more of a dog person, so I'm based in red rocketed.
Red rocketed. All right. Whew. So here's something we're going to talk about while we wait for Joe to get here, and it's something I didn't even know about. Billy told me about it the other night.
Yeah, so friend of the show, old pal,
Matt Jarbo.
Mundane Matt Jarbo. He made a comment on one of his streams and pissed off the entire Snyderverse, Zack Snyder fan verse of the Justice League Batman versus Superman films. And what he said, I think, was pretty
weird,
fucked up. But I think we should talk about it. I think we should talk about it. I'm not judging Matt Jarbo as a human being for what he said.
You judge him for other things, not this.
Obviously, yeah. but like, I just like the shitstorm it's created.
Yeah. So this will be my first time hearing it. Here we go, guys.
True, but there is the possibility that exists, like
wow,
Richie said,
Matt's
that
voice
Geralt
changed
and
a lot.
Mercury will be float out to present the award.
This is movie fans right here.
Oh, okay.
That would be hysterical to me. That would be really hysterical if they're like, all right, this random
this random ass troll is going to end up
This random ass troll.
I would laugh my ass off with that.
Introducing Twitter username Geralt of Snyderverse.
So this is Mundane Matt's like movie podcast or something, right?
Yeah, is it like $3 Theater, right?
Kind of. Well, I think it's called Hollywood After Dark, but it's on the $3 Theater channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But these are the favorites right here of I guess of last year.
It's that fan favorite leaderboard for the Oscars. Is this last year? Yeah.
What's the cutoff? Does it had to have come out at some point in 2021?
I think it's all 2021,
Yeah.
So January to December.
Okay, all right.
Just imagine, like I imagine both Geralt and Mercury looking like the guy from the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft. You know?
Oh my
So he's
God.
referencing the old South Park episode with the fat guy that was playing Warcraft in his basement shitting into a bucket. So he thinks all fans of the Snyderverse, he imagines they all look like that guy.
Also, I want to point out in that episode, all of the South Park characters got super fat and got a bunch of weird acne and stuff. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's why
you know what, though? I laughed so hard at that because I worked with a bunch of people that play World of Warcraft, and that's literally all they did with their spare time. They'd work all day, they'd go home and play World of Warcraft until they couldn't stay awake anymore, and they'd fall asleep and do it all over again.
you had a lot of friends who would get acne. It wasn't just World of Warcraft, though. There was like online MMOs were like that. There was Ultima Online.
It'd be like if I never left this room, if all of my life was in this room, like when I'm done streaming, I'm just playing an MMORPG. I like MMORPGs. I think they're fun.
I've never really played much of them.
You know what? They don't take. You know, in a way, Pokemon Go is kind of like one. In a way, like
in a way,
yeah, like you're grinding away, like accomplishing things. It's just instead of your mouse and keyboard, you're out in the world doing it.
Yeah, that's why I did it, because it was incentive to just go outside. It was touch grass, the video game.
So I played WoW for a little bit, and it was fun enough. I got into the Star Trek Online MMO because it was accepted as canon at the time when it came out, and it was a cool like continuation of the Star Trek world. So I liked that. It obviously wasn't as popular as WoW. It's still around too.
And this is not the hot take that Matt
I'm sorry. Yeah,
no, I'm just letting everybody know this isn't the hot take that Matt Jarbo made.
No. Here we go.
Balding is a Scott Cheeto dust
kids,
everywhere.
Though. Apparently, like they're like some teenagers, Matt. That's what they're teenagers.
I don't believe that for a second. No.
Supposedly they're younger than me. Apparently, that's what I've been told.
Please.
I swear, Matt.
If that is true, then they both have like severe amounts of daddy issues.
Whoa.
You know, but then again, that whole side of the Snyder fandom, I think really are at this point. Like they all are so desperate to have Zaddy adopt them. That's what they want. They want Zaddy to call them up and go, I choose you. Like they're fucking Pokemon. That's what they want. Because
they want to be the new starters. They want to replace the Chad Flaxley.
They want to be the new Autumn.
I don't know.
So pause right here.
Yeah, I don't. So Autumn is Snyder's daughter or what?
Was Snyder's daughter.
Oh, and she passed.
She I believe she committed suicide.
Was she a kid or was
I think she was young,
like a teenager or something?
Yeah, and I believe that she passed during the filming of Justice League, which is why he stepped down from the Justice League film, and they had what's the guy's name? Joss Whedon finished the movie, and that's why they called for the Snyder cut.
Whedon
had changed so much of it.
Whedon.
So this is where this is 100% where people were like, that was fucked up. To invoke the spirit of
the
Zack Snyder's dead daughter.
Yeah.
To say these people want so badly to be Zack Snyder's.
He sounds very
kids.
resentful too. I thought I was resentful when it came to movies, but Matt actually watches the movies that he's resentful of.
Yeah, Matt is a very vocal, and he got into it with this Snyder Universe crowd.
Oh God!
And these guys have been like his, I don't know, antagonists, right? They're his antagonists, and he just gave them a morsel of virtue to fight him with.
He rolled a boulder in front of them.
He dropped the virtue bomb on them, and he goes here and he goes to apologize here, I think afterwards.
It's too late forget to apologize.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. That's a poor joke, in poor taste, and I apologize.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, I didn't mean that. It's a poor joke. It's a poor joke. Yeah, but the internet went in on Matt. Like, how dare you? Of course. How dare you? And so Matt was fighting with all that. And Matt, like, I went on Matt's Twitter page to get some of the back and forth since this happened. And so many of the people that were going back and forth with Matt have, like, I don't know, privated their accounts or, like, deleted the tweets.
What is that? You know what? I've argued with people on Twitter about that shit or about stupid shit that didn't matter. And they would, like, do weird stuff like that, too. I don't know. It didn't get personal or anything. You know? I don't know.
I think Matt just goes, like, he's that level of geeky film nerd where he's in the trenches with other geeky film nerds, and he has a bit of edge to him thanks to Gamergate and all the circle of people he's connected with, but he's still like that film nerd, and he's bringing some of that edge to these other film nerds.
You said his film takes were like tism-y back in the day.
Yeah, there was definitely some tism takes, I think. Like just
Double T.
That
should be his new podcast name.
Double T, tism takes. But that whole
you just wrote him a jingle, man. We're just. When are we getting our commission, man?
I think when he starts to go up to $4 theater, we can demand a percentage.
$4 theater. Yeah, we'll split that fourth buck.
There's just not enough to go around with the $3 theater.
50 cents each.
But it was blowing up. The Army of the Dead here was Zack Snyder's 2021 film, and I think that he was speculating the fans turning Army of the Dead into like the fan favorite leaderboard for the Oscars. Everybody's saying Spider-Man No Way Home is the clear front runner right now. So I think that it'll become I don't know, is that the fan favorite Oscar, an actual Oscar now? Have you been following that at all?
No.
Or is it just like a nod where you're like, yeah, the fans like this?
Do they? I never imagined. I don't know what the truth is, but I wouldn't imagine the Academy would let the fans choose one.
Well, it's for fan favorite, so like I don't know if it counts. Like, we're giving you an Oscar.
I don't think so.
Fan favorite, winner of fan favorite. I don't think it would be that ridiculous to have a fan favorite Oscar.
No, they want to control who wins the Oscars.
Well, I mean, they still pick the 10 that go into it, right? Like they don't think they really care beyond that for the fan favorite. When you look at it that way. But Matt stepped on a beehive with this one. And I thought his joke was like nuclear level. Like when you invoke someone's dead kid, like holy shit.
Yes.
That's
a new level.
I probably would do something like that within certain context, but I'd have to own up to that one. And I don't think I would say something. Maybe I would say something and dial it back immediately the way Matt did. Like, no, I'm just joking, guys. But it's just like when I listened to it, I was listening and I was like, I want to see what Matt said that was so fucking bad, because the internet was literally like all hands on deck attacking Matt Jarbo. And I'm like, is this 2.0? he just got his favor back from the call with Ethan Ralph and Medicare.
Yeah.
He had just gotten some of his swing back, and already he was getting shat on again. And I just saw a whole bunch of comments of people like, this guy has been terrible ever since Gamergate. And I'm like, Matt needs to be able to live some of that down. Like, you shouldn't be able to evoke his history every time he says something crazy. And they're bringing up like the 10 years ago with the I think he dropped the M-bomb as a whale character or whatever. Didn't he have like
it was a polar bear.
Polly
the polar bear.
Polly the polar bear. And he dropped the M-bomb as like a little joke 10 years ago. And they're bringing all that up against him. And I feel like he needs a little bit of a pat on the back for continually trying to make jokes that absolutely tank. But one thing Matt said was, he'll continue doing what he does regardless of how many people try and cancel him. So it's the best you can do.
He's the little engine that could.
Yeah, it's the best you can do at this point. I just really saw that damn video here, and when he dropped that, I shook a little bit. And I'm usually the one saying crazy shit like that.
Check this. Oh, shit.
Word of the day with Polly the polar bear.
Hey kids, it's me, Polly the polar bear, and I'm here to tell you
Look at the word of the day. Anyway. Yeah.
That was Mundane Matt.
That was Mundane Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Matt Jarbo.
That was 10 years ago, though, right? That was a
Maybe
long
even
time
longer ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And you have to remember how things were then. Like,
I think it's hilarious.
I mean,
it was just the word of the day, and a polar bear puppet was saying it.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
But fuck. I don't know.
You know what? When he says it in that video, though, he kind of whispers it. Like, even then, he was like kind of afraid.
Because there was no video of him while holding the puppet. Do you think he looked around before he said it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yep, I think so.
Oh, my God. Mundane Matt.
Mundane Matt.
Everybody watching right now, throw us a like on the stream. Your likes mean more eyes get to view us, and more viewers means we get more people watching with us tonight, which is important because we're here on a day we're not usually on.
Yes. Here we go.
Clee disappear. Clee disappear.
Clue disappear. Clue disappear.
Disappear.
Boom, 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 boom. Now we have Chet Lemon saying the N-word was acceptable 10 years ago, according to Billy. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was 10 years ago on the internet, there was a ton
No, that's what he was saying.
A ton of content that was like racist jokes and edgy slurs, and like all your favorite YouTubers had like characters that were mocking people of cultures. Like it was just that was the thing. And Matt probably, you know, in his mind saw this joke, and the idea of the joke is it's funny, right? It's a kids show, and the word of the day is the word that nobody approves of. Like the idea behind the joke is funny. I don't think that's one I'd ever try to execute. But Matt tried.
Check this out. This is someone shared this with me, and I thought it was kind of funny. It's really short. The weirdest moment ever on an NFL broadcast. Check this out.
It's always great when the mascots and cheerleaders get together. Whoa! Engulfed! That's not right.
You got an Alka-Seltzer?
That's
big fan of NFL vor.
Yeah, that's what that was. One of the cheerleaders got eaten by the mascot.
Yeah, when I saw that mascot being as big as it was, I was like, what are they going to do? Is someone going to, is a team of people going to jump out of this? Is mascot going to give birth?
He's fatting around.
Some bitch ate her.
Yeah.
He ate her. What the hell? That was great, though. We need more of that. Is this in Tennessee or is this in
Oakland? Either Oakland or Tennessee. I can't tell.
This is old. The Raiders are in Vegas now, right?
Yeah, but that's only been like 2 years, so this could have been. I don't know when this was, but it wasn't that long
I just
ago.
need more NFL vor. If we're not out there eating cheerleaders all day long, I think I should be a mascot. I should go out with a knife and a fork and just start cutting up cheerleaders on the field, eating them. Just
Ladies
kidding, guys.
and gentlemen, comedian,
hold on.
entertainer, Daniel Songer.
Bum, 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 bum. 56 herbs? It's a KFC shirt.
Comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer, comedy act 147. Hey man, I was at the bar all night last night.
How'd that go?
All night long, all night, you know, and I was doing coke all night long, and I was like snorting whiskey and drinking coke, snorting whiskey and drinking coke. Yeah, man, I was snorting whiskey.
He was snorting whiskey and drinking coke, for those of you wondering. But how you doing?
Good.
Hi, Joey.
Oh.
Hey, and drinking coke, man, and I'm telling you, man, drinking coke all night long. Whoa, man, you know.
Whoa,
and
man.
So, man, we, the bartender, beautiful blonde. We get into a trivia, you know, and all of a sudden the Brady Bunch came up, you know, on the trivia, you know, and I mean, I was like breaking it down, you know. The Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. There's a story of a man named Brady who was busy with 3 boys of his own.
Oh, no.
They were 4 men living all together, and they were all alone. Till the one day when this fellow met this lady. Oh,
You already got the lyrics wrong, by the way.
Met this lady, and she had 3 lovely daughters of her own.
He's just making it up now at this point.
They were 4 women living all together.
I'm trying to see.
There.
And
There
then
we
what
go.
happened?
Then what happened? Yeah.
The Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
Big finish.
You know? And we were like naming off, you know, Mike Brady, Carol Brady, you know, Greg and Peter and Bobby and Marsha, the pretty one, Marsha, you know, and then of course Cindy, and wait a minute, we forgot about Jan. Don't forget about Jan. Poor Jan. Everybody forgot about Jan, you know, and so then the bartender, she's like, "What about Ellis? You know, Ellis did the cleaning." Woo!
This is a comedy
You know,
routine,
and then
by
all
the
of a
way.
sudden,
He's
killing.
I have to comment. I am very, very impressed that he's gone this far without once mentioning anything sexual between the Brady Bunch.
Close the door, please.
Not once.
I was waiting, like, 1 man and 3 boys. He was humping the butt. I was waiting the entire time. Oh, then there was a lady and 3 girls. And I'm like, okay, now it's, and then he's like, and Jen and Marsha, the pretty, not sexual, the pretty one. And I'm like, when's he going to start sexualizing this? He's all the way to Alice, and he's still talking about her doing the dishes.
Nothing. It shows an impressive amount of restraint.
You don't even know. Like,
for a man who humped his way the entire song.
I'm saying.
He's like, you know, Greg and Marsha.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
How is this not sexual yet?
Yeah, no, he's not going there. He knows what we want, and he's not going to give it.
I'm so impressed right now.
He knows us better than we know us.
Like, I was cringing, but I'm far more impressed than I am cringing.
Yeah. He's good.
Hi, Seth.
The one man who gets more applause in the woods than he would in a comedy club.
bar patrons, they had to get involved, and they're like, you know, well, what about the meat, man? You know what's on their mind. They got meat. They're a meat packer. They got meat packer, you know. And they just got, you know,
Remember what we said about restraint?
Yeah.
Throw that out.
But he's not talking about
The
sex
Brady Bunch
either.
anymore. He's talking about meat packers.
He's talking about Sam, who was Alice's love that was the meat packing butcher.
Oh, my
he's
God,
still
you're
on
right.
topic. And it's sick to me because he's talking meat packer and he's not talking meat packer.
Him doing this
Yes.
doesn't count as being sexual.
No. He
him
doesn't.
doing this.
Yes, I know.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't. That's what's sickeningly, like, freaking me out right now.
Hey, Al, you know. And man, what do you do? You break it down again, you know. You can call me Betty, when you call me Al. You know, you can call me Freddie, but don't call me Betty anymore, 'cause my name is Al. You know, hey, man, throwing crazy things at blondes has become like this adventure
What?
in the United States of America. You know, it just makes blondes think. And so I said, well, hey, have you seen I Dream of Jeannie? And she's like, yeah, I Dream of Jeannie, you know. And I said, well, what was Jeannie's name?
That's supposed to be the Jeopardy music.
What is Jeannie's name? You know? But hey, man, you know what?
Did Jeannie have a name in I Dream of Jeannie?
I think she did, but it was like a pseudonym or like an alias that she
I thought
used.
they just called her Jeannie.
Yeah, but she uses an alias. Sometimes
she's,
she
like,
disguises
shopping or
herself
something?
as like as a regular human.
Yeah, it was like Jean E.
No, it is like a P. No, it's like a pun though. I think. Yeah, and Dick Sargent is her man.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Dick Majors.
Exactly.
Yesterday, I had like the worst hair day you could ever imagine. Bad hair day, bad hair day, bad hair.
I thought Dick Sargent. I thought that was Bewitched.
You're right.
Yeah.
Shit.
And Dick York. There were two different Darrens. Both of their names was Dick.
Really?
One was Sargent and one was York. Sergeant York. They made the joke in Wayne's World.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sergeant York was a famous movie.
Hair day, and my hair's like, it's all bushy and everything, standing all up, bushy everywhere, you know. I call up my hairdresser. I'm like, I need a haircut, you know. And she's like, well, all right, Dan, I'll put you down, you know. I'll put you down. And
What
I'm like,
is he
all right,
talking
man,
about?
I got an appointment.
He's talking about his hairdresser
5
putting him to
minutes
sleep.
later,
Right.
call her
Put him
back
to-
up.
We had
And
to
I'm
put him
like,
down.
I gotta
He went to a
cancel that
farm to live
appointment.
on.
You know, and she's like, what's up,
He went to
Dan?
puppy heaven.
What's up, man? I got your number on the wall. You know, I mean, she was like tripping, man. Dan, I got your number on the wall. You know, remember that number? 8675309.
His bounce, where he's like just slightly hopping towards the camera, like a couple centimeters at a time.
Yeah.
Not moving like his structure.
Yeah.
He's just like the momentum of his bounce. That's scary.
It's yoga.
That should be like the next Grudge, or like the next like Poltergeist or something. That should be this fucking ghoul, but like a little more scary, but just slowly bouncing towards you, and you can't do anything about it, but like just like let his balls clap against your face.
It'd scare the shit out of me. For sure.
I'd freak out.
No doubt.
I'd be dead.
Yeah, it's funny too because you know he used to do this at aerobics class, and they kicked him out.
Good job on episode 1000, Joe and Billy.
Thank you.
Here's $10 each. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Honest
Thank
Red.
you, Red.
Now, Honest Red,
Joe and Billy, no Ben.
You could have put one of these cards in, and we would have marked you down at the $20 level for a chance to win a rare, one of a kind T-shirt.
Are you in red on bad terms, Ben?
No.
Oh, okay.
Number on the wall. You know, and I'm like, man, I'm sorry.
Red
baby,
said he was
I
going to
gotta
give us
cancel.
$10
She's like,
each
well, what's
last
up?
night.
What's up? What's up?
So I think
I said, well,
it was his way
payback.
of
I went into the
paying back from last night, but
Thank
he
you,
was
Red.
working,
and
so
I
he couldn't
brushed my
he couldn't make
hair,
the dono.
And it looks good, man. It looks good. You know, I mean, what do you
Yeah,
think?
the tit sweat is
and
coagulating.
she said,
It's the underboob
Daniel,
sweat.
I got your number off the wall. 8675309.
This is
I got your
comedy.
number
Brian
off
Field
the wall.
There you
and
go.
I'm like, okay.
All Dave Chappelle does is social justice commentary. He's a social justice warrior. It pisses me off because the other social justice warriors call out. They eat their own. They call out Dave Chappelle because he's not fighting for their cause, but he's still fighting. He's still a social justice warrior.
And this guy is refreshingly apolitical.
Yeah, I love that this guy. The only thing you'll ever hear him tell you is 8675309.
Yeah.
And he's not even telling you to call it. He's just giving you the option.
Yeah.
He just
Here's
gives
the
you
number.
Brady Bunch facts.
Yeah. He starts singing 18 minutes in, not about molesting any of them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this is... Nobody's ever watched Brady Bunch without 20 seconds in at least thinking about molestation.
I'm canceled.
Nobody
I'm
in the
canceled,
history
you know?
of Brady Bunch.
Hey, guys, you know what?
Too many
I
people
created
in one
this
house.
Facebook profile, you know? Facebook. You know, you got to create a profile on there, you know, and you got to be true with yourself. And with your friends. And so I'm on there, and of course, I have accepted all friends. Everybody that sends me a friend request, I'm like, yes, 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 ignore. Yes, 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 ignore. I mean, who is this ignore over here? I have no idea. Ignore, ignore. I mean, it's like, what is going on here? Ignore. I mean, it's like this finger right here, it just wants to hit ignore. This one says, yes, 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 but it sometimes it gets this finger, ignore.
Hold on, I'm gonna hate myself for that. I don't get it. Can you explain it?
I don't get it either.
Okay.
So you guys aren't familiar with Facebook, but when you get a friend request, you can choose to ignore it.
Okay.
And he's ignoring the
So
friend
the joke
request?
is that he uses Facebook?
But only one of his fingers hits it?
I think, yeah.
Is it his... Oh.
I'm okay.
Did you get it, Ben? Was that like I got it?
Yeah.
I still don't.
The way the camera angle is behind for the camera, I thought Seth was sitting on the arm of the couch because he looks like he's so much higher than Anastasia.
He's floating.
Yeah, I had to look behind and make sure he wasn't sitting on that tiny arm of the couch. I'm like, you must be terribly uncomfortable. Like, well, he's not. It's just
he wants to get away from Anastasia, who's looking at her phone the entire time. What are you doing? Good.
She's just listening.
Good. How about a little more laugh back there? Good. All
Yeah,
right.
that's what we needed.
Carry on.
Seth is the serious man. He doesn't have to laugh. If Seth laughs, we get worried because it's a sadistic.
Means someone close to us died.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, man, once
Seth's
you do
taking
that,
bets on the Ukraine-Russia game.
and you go to your Facebook page, you get all of your friends is all their gossip. All the gossip going on
Blasian
throughout the
loves
whole
you,
world.
Seth.
And all that's on there
Seth
today
loves Blasian.
is women complaining about their boyfriends and breaking up with them and calling them jerks. They're jerks, I mean, get over it, girls. Men are jerks, And so, man, I'm like, I kind of wanted to do this comedy act for these women
He called it a comedy act.
believe men
yeah.
are jerks. And also for
He's got
the
hundreds of
people out
these.
there that are
does.
nasty to
New
me,
material every day.
because they are also jerks. But
More
what I want to
prolific
say
than
is
Carlin.
that most men
Yeah.
are jerks, but all men are jerk-offs. All men are jerk-offs. All men are jerk-offs. You know what I'm talking about. Jerk-offs.
Someone was complaining
And, man,
that
this
she was
goes
too
out
zoomed
to
out.
the real
Oh.
jerk-off out there. Hey, it's coming up on
You're
Halloween.
talking to the microphone.
And I
Does
want
she
to
not have
remind
headset either?
you that
It's
last
right behind
year,
her. She's all
you
set
put
up.
There's a
peanut
headset
butter
behind her.
around your lips.
Oh, she's
and
got
went out
it. She
as
got
a
it on her
butthole.
shoulder.
So
She
remember
doesn't
this
want it to
year,
be loud.
put the peanut butter around your lips because you are a butthole.
Can you hear it through the
You
headphones?
can
This is like
see
a
it
dumb
in
kid,
your
maybe a
face.
7-year-old dumb kid
You are a
doing
butthole.
stand-up, like
Yeah.
what he thinks
Got
stand-up
peanut
is.
butter
Yeah.
You can
around
tell he
your
doesn't really
lips.
grasp what a joke
No.
is. He just knows it's a guy up on a
Jerk off.
stage with a lot of energy.
And he has enough life experience to
yeah.
make
References?
yeah.
Yeah.
He's referencing all this stuff, and you're like, it's none of it's comedy, but
It's not comedy.
all-
That's what makes it hilarious.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the next step. Being really bad at what you do. Because there's the Neil Hamburger style of anti-humor, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Where
yeah.
you're deliberately unfunny,
Yeah.
right? Andy Kaufman did a little bit of that
Yeah.
stuff. This guy takes it to the next level. He really doesn't know what funny is.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And
He's like Kalo. This is like
Ladies
the
and
only kind
gentlemen,
of comedy I want to
Could
watch
it
now.
be
People
the
who don't
worst
know what it is.
comedian
would you say his
ever?
delivery
Could
is
it be,
decent?
ladies and gentlemen, the worst
It's like it
entertainer
reminds me of like a
ever?
7-year-old
Could it
autistic
be
kid.
What about timing? Does he have timing
He
at all?
has a
Longer.
unique timing. He has
Yeah.
a unique timing. It's unto himself. He's got a unique style.
Yeah.
It's calisthenics
There's-
to him. He thinks a joke is
Could it
working out
be?
and making himself go
Could
out of
it
breath.
be? Yes,
Yeah,
it
this is
could.
like when you're
And
laughing at like a
Sonder, you
3-year-old
might
who
think
is
I'm the worst
who's just
comedian.
realizing that like beans are wet, and
Yeah.
they're like, bah! They give you a handful
Yeah.
of beans, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny. You have wet beans.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And the kid's like, no, this is I'm a comedian. The kid loves it,
Yeah.
and this is just a 40-year-old, 50-year-old man.
Well, yeah,
who still realizes beans are wet.
I tried to do stand-up unsuccessfully when I was like 7 years old for my family.
Yeah.
My dad ended up beating me that night.
Yeah.
Because it was better than this.
I think that's why we're the way we are. Like my dad, he wouldn't beat me when I sucked at comedy.
Yeah.
But he would specifically tell me I wasn't funny and say, "I'll never ever laugh at you if it's not funny."
Yeah.
So either stop or keep trying.
Yeah.
But you're never
Get funny or die trying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then one day
Yeah.
I made him laugh, and I was like, okay, that was actually funny then.
Yeah.
That's when I knew, like, okay, I got something here. Because if I can make this sumbitch laugh, I could go a little further.
That's why we found ourselves in battle camp, which
Yeah.
was like the meanest people on earth.
Sick motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and we were just trying to get their approval because of our dads.
That's
damn it,
a little too much. I don't like this guy.
No.
This guy opened up a whole new chapter for us.
He needs a dad.
Yeah.
An entertainer ever. You might think I'm the best comedian that you've ever seen. You might think it. You might know it. Who wants the best? Let's get rid of the rest, 'cause we want the best. Dan Poet Man.
He's made a few videos where he's wearing a Speedo.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed it.
He literally has like.
I'll be sure to go track those down.
How many of these does he have? Like I remember one was numbered 206.
He has hundreds of them, maybe like close to 300.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, he's just
He's just a
goes.
machine, and he never repeats himself, does he?
Yeah, I don't know. I've only seen a few of these.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if he repeats himself. I think we've seen 5 of these now.
I think I've seen 5, and I think
Really?
you've seen more without me too. So
Maybe we've only ever watched him with you, because I swear we haven't seen that many of him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like maybe closer to a dozen, but I don't, this is our second one tonight, so
okay.
Maybe
Yeah, he's got his own thing going on for sure, and it looks like it was the '90s, but it's not. He's making these now. Yeah, these are new. And he's using references like the Brady Bunch, which is better than us. Yesterday, what were we talking about?
This video is probably like 10 to 12. He made these like over a decade. There are some newer ones. I think his last one is a couple years old.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that we referenced Franz Ferdinand yesterday.
We did, but no, we made like it was a hip reference, and it was way outdated.
Oh,
like we were talking about maybe my humps from the Black Eyed Peas.
It might have been. Yeah,
I don't know.
That sounds familiar.
Trying to woo the kids.
Yeah, a Dan Fogelberg comment.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Dan Fogelberg, he was some kind of musician.
Yeah, I just feel like something we would have said, and I don't even know what it is, but would have been like a rare reference we would have made.
It would have been.
Nobody would have been like, what? Like, why
Yeah.
bring him up? Like, oh, because it's funny.
Yeah.
Because we're very...
It's not even a classic. It's embarrassing to bring it up. Like, you can bring up Scott Pilgrim from
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
And people would be like, oh, I love that movie. Now, I hate Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Because every girl in it is remarkably plain.
Yeah,
Is that weird?
Aubrey
I don't know.
Plaza.
I knew then that ugly was the new pretty.
Aubrey Plaza was the hottie in that film. We have a problem.
There was a problem with that movie. It bothered me. And that meant everybody I knew started getting really homely girlfriends. Even if the guy wasn't homely, you would start getting, at the risk of sounding like a Fuentes.
Yeah.
These Adonises with thick cocks would be getting all these like 2s. And I'd be like, what are you doing? You should be getting a cat. But I was like, what are you doing? There's me right here.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy.
Remember when we were on Venice Beach and there was this fucking super Chad muscle man walking down with his arm around what I assume was like an MIT reject? We have to assume she graduated,
The
right?
dumpiest girl I've ever seen.
She was,
I think she's beautiful because I think everybody's beautiful.
all
but
women are beautiful.
Yeah,
most men too.
Yeah, but she was dumpy,
Yeah.
and she was with Thor.
Yeah, actual fucking Chad Thor.
Yeah.
He looked like a cool version of Thor.
And they were like an arm in arm.
Yeah, and he
they
was
just
like
walking down.
he was like walking to her stride.
Yeah, exactly.
She was like
you could tell.
Yeah.
he saw something we didn't,
Yeah.
and I think that's because of Scott Pilgrim. I think
It
Scott
has
Pilgrim.
to be.
The horrifying vistas that H.P. Lovecraft said would open up started with Scott Pilgrim and the ugly girls passing for pretty. That's when ugly became the new pretty. Since then, I've been dating nothing but dogs, and I can't help it. Don't tell my wife.
So he did battle with all those people to date an ugly girl.
Yeah.
Well,
including a few ugly girls.
The prettiest ugly girl in all the land.
Don't get me wrong. I'm applauding it because I like 70s British movies, and those are the ugliest people you've ever seen on celluloid. Ever.
Oh, the teeth. The teeth.
Yeah, and they're just hideous. They're not on HGH. They're not. So I like ugly people in movies. I do. I like it a lot, and I think they need to be brought back. I'm just saying that Anna Kendrick can't do it alone. All right? We need to stop. We need to stop making her the lone sore thumb.
I heard they're going to reboot Sesame Street, and they're hiring Anna Kendrick to play Little Bird.
Let's check out that other content we have here.
All right.
Wow.
Turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me. TP, are they going to touch me?
Someone in the chat just posted a comment that says, Joe, you've changed since you had a baby. Weaker, like a man who's defeated. I'm not scared of you at all anymore. And the person's name is Cobes. You're talking about kids again. Stop.
I think it's that I'm happy. I think that's what it is. Maybe it makes you weak. I've been. It's really cool. I like being a dad. And
yeah, it's cool for me because we'll go drive somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'll drive like a son of a bitch.
I would like the Queen of Hearts, please.
Yes,
because
Queen
I like
of
that
Hearts.
song
All
from
right.
Juice Newton.
Juice Newton.
And the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah. Remind everyone really quick what we're doing.
We're selling off non-fuckable tokens today, and we're having a weird schedule this week, so we're gonna get through this entire week, and then we're gonna raffle off a very rare T-shirt that has yet to be designed. It will be like really cool.
It's
and fun
always
and
cool.
hilarious. They've always been great, and so this is gonna be the Queen of Hearts right off the bat. First one taken off of the list to Seth Looks. Cheers. $20 donos and above. Just put a card out of the deck. There's 52 of them here. The Queen of 51 now because the Queen of Hearts is gone.
Yeah. And then we're doing the drawing on Saturday. This
Saturday
coming
night,
Saturday
yeah.
night.
Nice.
At the end of
Saturday
that
night.
show. Here's Nick Fuentes talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, and he kind of does a little bit of double talk, and you'll see what I mean in a minute here.
I thought that was very good. Delivered very well. I thought the execution was very good. She looked very presidential, I would say.
So he says Marjorie Taylor Greene looked presidential. I believe. So I thought originally he was talking about her AVPAC speech, but then other people were saying it was her response to the State of the Union. I couldn't find an actual response. I don't know if they were talking about her heckling, because she did some heckling at the State of the Union.
Huh.
But I don't know. It almost
She
but
was
anyway.
heckling Biden with
Yeah.
another girl there.
Boebert,
yeah.
Yeah, the two craziest people in Congress. Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily support a woman president, but she looked very presidential, very statesman-like, stateswoman-like. That was good. Immigration moratorium, someone pointed out. Secure the border, deport all the illegals. Very good.
This sounds like her AVPAC speech, so I'm inclined to think the person telling me I was wrong was actually wrong.
Life, talked about sexual deviancy. That was all very, very, very good.
Yeah, so he's just sitting here being like, damn, this is so great.
in the mirror as he watched himself gavotte.
Huh. But now he's about to flip because he's like, oh, she looks presidential. She looks so presidential.
Very exciting. Someone says, didn't say Judeo-Christian. Yeah, talked about globalists. So much good stuff there. A lot of good stuff in there. A lot of good stuff in there. That was impressive. So well done, well done. Can we get an 07 in chat for Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene? That was excellent. That was 10 out of 10. Truly impressive. We all need to be doing what she's doing. We want to have 250 Marjorie Taylor Greenes in Congress. We want to have 30 Marjorie Taylor Greenes in the Senate. We want to have a Marjorie Taylor Greene in the White House, somebody like that. We want them all over. We want them to be running things.
Is this him at Cpac in his hotel room?
I think it is. And he also is kind of like, but not that I want a woman to be, like, he flips, he says she's presidential, but then, like, he doesn't really want a woman to be president.
Maybe he wants to marry her, and he'll be president, and she could be his first lady.
Yeah.
And she could raise
She can be his
babies.
beard.
Yeah. She probably already has kids, though, right?
I do believe she does.
I don't think Nick has stepfather desires.
There were rumors that this CrossFit gym that she went to had this CrossFit gym that she went to had like she was getting banged by a bunch of people.
By
at it.
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
No, Marjorie Taylor Greene was getting banged at
a
this
CrossFit gym?
Yes.
Like that was the rumors, or that was...
Yeah, there were rumors that she was getting like banged by people at this CrossFit gym that
I
she
believe
went
it.
to.
Yeah, she had to have been.
Yeah. It's just too bizarre to make up.
Yeah, it's like Brady
She
Bunch.
is a CrossFit person. She's posted those kind of...
Oh my God, the plot thickens. And you're not going to CrossFit unless you want to get fucked.
No, everybody who ever has done CrossFit is a world-class nymphomaniac.
Yeah. Yep. We're going to call this true.
No, the only time I actually used a bow and arrow on an actual assignment, I had to scale the side of a fucking mountain, and I was worn the fuck out when I got up there. And I actually have one of my military kills of my 50 kills was with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
It absolutely was. I had to take one of their guards out, and if I had to regret any single kill of my military career, it was that guy.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance. He saw me. He had a chance. I
How
mean,
many people did Bob
he was
kill
trying to aim the gun
that
at
had
me,
a
but
chance?
The arrow clocked him right
Some had a
between the
chance,
fucking
but
eyes.
me
He
and
never
the
had a
bow and
chance.
arrow.
And
yeah, it kind of
no
jogs
prayer.
your memory a little,
yeah, and if there's any of them that
This
if I
guy's
could have
fucking with
found
him, whoever
another
this Frank
way
is.
to
Yeah.
accomplish the assignment without having to kill him, I would have done it. But there wasn't. I'm still hanging off the side of the mountain. There he is up in the fucking guard deal, and he's looking right at me. Yep, gotta kill this motherfucker or I'm dead. So it was a race for time to get the arrow aimed at him, and really I had to wait until he showed himself again and aiming his rifle at me.
How did he
You're
not
fucking
have a
dead,
chance
dumbass.
if he's seen you?
Well, yeah,
and
no
you waited?
chance. And it's probably one of those things where, hey, you see him, and it's only a matter of time before he sees you through your concealment, right?
Well, he saw me dead to rights, and he took his rifle and it aimed it right at me, but he didn't have me zeroed in yet. But as soon as his rifle came down at me, I put the arrow in his fucking head.
Got to do it. Now, when you had gotten up the side of that mountain,
Is
did
this
you
stolen
use any
valor?
like grappling
Is
hook
this
arrows?
stolen valor?
Have a
He's
that would be
saying this
really
as
cool.
a military person.
No. Actually, what we
if you're
did
in
was
This is worse. This is
they
worse
asked me
than
because of
stolen
how I
valor.
had to get off of the mountain. Mountains were my specialty
I'm
when
not
I
sure
was
where
young. I could run 100 miles
this
straight.
falls.
This
I was
is
a
called T-Bob
fantastic
Lies.
I could have probably been
It's
in
a
the
good
Olympics for
segment.
multiple events. But I never had a desire to do that.
He
I didn't want
claims
my
to
name
do,
out there like that. I just,
commando
I don't know why.
style
I never had
stuff,
a desire to do
like,
anything
like
like
a
that.
liar would.
Yeah.
But
Next, he's
So,
gonna
like,
tell us he has like a
this
fucking
one time they wanted-
$40,000 beanie baby.
I worked for a guy. I worked for a guy who was a pathological liar. He reminds me a lot of T-Bob, except he had a different accent. He had like Billy's Jowls voice when he's like, "Oh, I don't know what you're doing." It was this guy.
The same guy Joe's talking about once challenged me to a popsicle eating contest.
He sure did.
And fucking blew me out of the water.
Yeah, he sure did. So this guy made Billy look in shape. This guy was you could tell he was supposed to have a really slight frame, but he weighed 450 pounds, and he was about 5'9", and he said that he worked in special ops. And he said, yeah, they took us out to an island. First, they put us up in the mountains, and there was extreme cold. And then they flew us down, and they dropped us out of the plane with our parachutes. And then we went down to extreme heat. Not a single man made it off that island without giving up their number. Not even me. I was like, what number was it? He said it was a special code they gave each of us to see if we could go through the entire training of what it would be to be a super soldier, the top secret super soldier mission. And not even I made it out alive. I was like, you are the worst liar I've ever heard. And he never talked to me again after that.
You just said it?
Yeah. Yeah, because this was like, it had been a few weeks by this point. And he would lie about it. Like, he's like, yeah, the Red Robin over there on the corner, I actually created the Red Robin burger.
The Royal Robin, I created it. Nobody ever put an egg on a burger before this. So
Yep. Walmart, I had stock in it, and then somebody stole it.
Was Joe's boss Jimmy Stewart?
Joe's boss was not Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
There is a little bit of, it's more jolly.
Mary.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realize I had so many friends.
Yeah.
See, I knew how much the guy lied, so I was like, yeah, I'll fucking have a popsicle eating contest with you. I thought he was just bullshit.
Turns out the one thing he doesn't lie about.
Yeah, he had like kids there watching. It was weird.
Yeah.
He just he was like, yeah, we're gonna set this up.
That's like something they'd have at a strip club, a popsicle eating contest.
Yeah, this guy literally sucked him down
or a banana
like
eating contest. Like that
he would put him in his throat. He'd throat this fucking popsicle and just pull the stick out. And it looked like a cartoon.
It's like it
was poetry.
When I think of popsicles now, I think of the snow cone thing with Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
what are you
doing?
doing?
Hall of Fame, bitch. What are you doing? Eating a snow cone?
That was great. Did you save that voicemail?
I think it's somewhere on a computer.
I would love that.
Yeah.
It's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, it's great. It did sound too much like Jimmy Stewart. That's just my failure to recreate it. Actually, Billy, you do a better one. Try to
Jimmy
do a
Stewart?
No, Bruley.
A Bruley.
Yeah.
See, it's just my fat voice, but it happens to be his voice.
Yeah, it is his voice. It's perfect.
I just really, I could eat 7 popsicles the time a normal person could eat one.
Meet us go up this
We
mountain.
went up in the mountain there. There's a little Stewart, but
there's
it's
a
like,
little bit.
It's more like
Fat Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, it's like Fat Jimmy Stewart.
That's what we're gonna call the
where
voice.
His jaws imploding on his own throat.
Yeah,
because there's probably like snacks hidden in there, like he's chipmunking his next meal.
Right. Anyway, that's a lot like T-Bob.
Yeah.
And so I did a practice run on the mountain with the guy who knew how to do mountain climbing. And he actually showed me how to do the mountain climbing you put the deal in there and you harness it and all of that, and you climb up the mountain and you do it again and again and again and again, all the way up the fucking mountain, right? You're steadily putting these stakes in there. And
I wonder if he's ever actually done mountain climbing or if he's just watched somebody do mountain climbing. Because I could say this, and I've never mountain climbed, but everything he's saying is stuff I've just seen in a video.
Yeah.
It's very basic and repetitive, and he's just going back to like his thought process of things he's seen, or has he done it?
Yeah.
I feel like anybody who's done mountain climbing wouldn't explain it like this.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, you put the thing in, the next thing, like, no shit.
Yeah.
He called me at 4:00 in the morning this morning.
Hey.
I didn't answer. And I was like, Bob, I'm not normally awake at 4 a.m. And he was like, that's not my problem. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, like, if he just watches things on TV and disassociates and thinks it's him. He's like, yeah, I grew up in Greenbow, Alabama. One time I ran from the Mississippi all the way to the Pacific Ocean and then back again. That was Forrest Gump, T-Bob.
They
did that after I did it.
You know what? That would fit in with the Forrest Gump story because Bob cannot get AIDS. So that explains why
I'm immune to AIDS. My wife Jenny died of AIDS. I tried to tell you. Wait a second. T-Bob just thinks he's Forrest Gump.
Too many stakes. Fortunately, it was at the height of the mountain where it started going in more, and I was able to scale it without it having to be tied onto anything. So I had one stake left, and it wasn't until I got to the very top. I'm worn the fuck out, and I fucking fired, hammered. Well, you fired in there into the side, And I didn't realize that this motherfucker's going to hear this shit, but he did hear it. I really didn't think he would hear it. It was too big. Like, he's 50 feet away from me. How's he going to hear this shit? And
this guy Frank, his voice is creepy.
He's putting on a voice.
He is, yeah. It's
He's doing
Jesse the Body mixed with Don, whatever his name was, the movie trailer guy.
Yeah, the movie. Or, I can't remember his guy's
Mr. Movie Phone.
Don LaFontaine.
Don LaFontaine.
Yeah.
I was going to say
the
Nacho
world.
Man Candy Sandwich.
Yeah, that's good.
so here I am. I'm reconnected. I'm hanging on the side of this mountain. I'm fixing to get up off of this mountain. I'm hoping
In his last story, he was like breaking people's necks with his bare hands, and like they had to like get away. Like the enemy was about to close in on them, and they were gonna get killed. And then they hotwired a Jeep at the last moment and got away. It was like a fucking Rambo movie or something.
He was talking about how
some Saving Private Ryan shit.
How Vin Diesel's Triple X was about him.
Yes.
Because he was a commando mountain skier commando, except instead of snowboarding, he would ski down the mountains.
Yeah.
So I think one of our fans messaged me saying, I feel like I have to report him for stolen valor.
You got to.
And I'm like, I don't like. Is this stolen valor?
I mean, like, he's not hanging
Something.
around at Denny's getting a free meal doing this, like, in a uniform. That's stolen valor. I don't know if just telling a dumb story on the internet is stolen valor or not.
That's the question.
If he's getting free shit, then
It's beyond stolen valor. He's like way off in fantasy land. Like he's gonna pretend he's an Avenger the next episode.
Right.
He's just gonna be like, yeah,
Him
I
and
went
Von
to sleep.
Helton.
It was 1942. I woke up. It was 2008.
Nope.
That was Captain America. T-Bob. Yep. Don't wear it out.
He's Captain America, and then Von Helton is Doctor Strange.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was working on the railroad, and not one guy there could pick up this hammer to finish hammering the railroad. But I went and grabbed that sumbitch. I picked it up over my head and put down the entire railroad.
Yep. Of all the people I kicked her ass, there was a guy with a giant red face. I felt especially bad for that guy because he didn't have a chance.
Fucking Joe Biden Nazi.
No, because see, you know what happened, Bob?
He sounds like a guy that makes a perverted phone call, is what this guy sounds like.
A little bit, Ken Kniff from
yeah, like that.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, frankly, but frankly, you probably kind of set him off when you were coming up and he heard that first sound. You know, he probably thought it was maybe a rabbit, or was it snowy? Was it real? Because you were always doing the special forces. Frank always imagines you kind of in the snow.
Does he speak in the third person?
You know, stealthy.
Sounds like it,
Bob.
right?
Snow
Yeah,
job, iceberg.
Snow job, yeah.
Believe it
The
or not,
avalanche.
it's one of those mountains where one side of it, the side I'm going to make my escape down, was snowy, but not the side I scaled up.
Okay, so you got the skis on your back for the exfil at that
I
point.
carried the skis all the way up.
Yeah.
I carried my weapons all the way up, carried the bow and arrow all the way up. And the only reason I carried the bow and arrow on an actual assignment while I was in the
Do you
military
think he actually believes his own
was
bullshit?
because they had guards
I
posted
believe
around
it.
it.
I'm over here like trying to rationalize how this could ever actually be real. I'm like trying to give him the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt, and I'm like,
because he's so good at it,
dude.
No, just because I'm sick in the head.
Last night,
I
he
want to
said-
believe.
Last night, he said he never called 911, and I played him a video of him calling 911 on speakerphone, and the operator answers and goes, 911. He does it twice, and he's like, nope. Like, literally when the proof is right in front of him, he's like, nope, that's doctored.
To
It's
be
like,
fair,
no, it's not.
To be fair, in the call as well, he calls the guy. The guy says 911. He's like, "Shut the fuck up! I didn't call you." And then he hangs up. He calls 911
No,
again.
but he means that operator, because he had argued with that operator before.
Oh, okay.
And then he got like a
Oh,
supervisor.
I thought he just had that much disassociation that he
No.
would do something just then and then deny it.
No, he
even in the
meant-
video.
Yeah.
that made me laugh thinking about it.
I believe he meant specifically that person, because he had called that guy, cussed him out, and hung up on him, and called back again.
Compound. And the only way to take that fucking guard out was a bow and arrow and not a gun. Not even with a silencer they would have heard it. So I had to use a bow and arrow, and I had to hit him before he pulled the trigger, and thank God it happened, or I'd be dead to this day. So
it's dead till this day.
So I did some crazy shit when I was young, and I was able to
Tomorrow,
survive.
though, I'd
But
revive.
I can never forget.
I'm surprised he
putting
hasn't told us a story where he just respawns somewhere.
that fucking arrow right up through his fucking head, man. I can never forget it.
He thinks he's in the game Resident Evil. He's one of the characters. Yeah, and I respawned right in front of the jail cell.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah. But I was shorter then. Anyway.
Here's Ethan Ralph interviewing Dalton Clodfelter.
Uh-oh.
I think you got his name wrong.
That's a lot of groiping.
What is it?
It's Dalton Piss Whistle.
Piss Whistle.
Oh, no.
my
Dalton
God.
Clodfelter.
This is edited, by the way. For some reason, they edited Dalton out of it, and it's mostly just Ralph. I mean, you can hear Dalton.
It's all Ralph's gut.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Good to meet you finally.
Good to meet you as well. That's right.
He's wiping the sandwich grease onto his
I like
shirt.
how you say for some reason they edited Dalton Clodfelter out. It's because they just cut down to his Gunt.
Is this your first half
Oh,
pack?
okay.
My first half pack.
More than
first
Gunt.
IRL political event, really. So I was like,
he's very orb-like.
Super stoked to be here. Super excited.
He's like
and it fulfilled
Buddha.
all expectations.
Now, at first you weren't going to come. What put you over the edge and said, I have to be here?
I mean, I wanted to be here like from
Well,
the
no,
very
I didn't mean it
start.
like that.
No.
But I'm saying, you know, it is kind of a thing to just pick
Why
up
does
and
he
come
keep
down to Florida.
doing that?
Yeah.
So what was like?
He's
I don't know, man. It was just like when else are you gonna get an opportunity like this? You're at ground zero of the future of
He is
American
not supposed to be that fat.
conservatism and you know, sort of the
Somewhere, like Billy, you think, oh, he could only be that way. You know, when you look at him, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You're like, yeah, that makes sense. This
He's
guy,
he's built to fat. That's what
he's
people say about me.
He's built to fat.
He's built to fat.
Yeah.
Word on the street is he's 5'1".
Ethan Ralph?
Yeah, remember when he got into that fight? He walked into those people's house.
I think they might have been.
They all towered over him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That's 1 inch taller than me.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I think he's
Very
taller than
short
that.
man. Is that not legally like a midget or a dwarf?
I think
Under
4'11",
five. Under 5
4'11"
is
for
supposed
a
to be a
male
midget.
and 4'9" for a female.
4'8" is the female.
4'8"?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked it up because I was like, am I legally a midget?
Close.
You're illegally a midget.
One compacted spine away.
Yeah. You're
I don't
one
think
good.
it can compact anymore. That's why I'm so short to begin with.
You're one good punch in the back from being a dwarf.
right of the political aisle here in Orlando, and it's like nothing else is going on that's this big and this impactful. You know, you look at Cpac, it's all washed up. Nobody cares anymore.
This is fresh from his facial reconstruction surgery too.
Oh, yeah, he looks good for having just
that's
gotten
why
the
he's
shit kicked out of him.
That's why he's wearing the sunglasses, because that's where he got hit most of the time. He got his orbital bone
and
broken.
it's because of its failure. And this is where it's really happening. So I knew I had to make it. I knew I had to make it happen and be here, you know. So
now, what were
If
some
I
of
was
your
alt-right, I would dress better. Like that's a fact.
Yeah, you'd wear suits like the cozy TV boys.
Yeah, I would look really good if I was alt-right.
Yeah.
highlights from the evening last night?
Dude, honestly, I mean, meeting Gavin McInnes was insane because that was like my first major red pill, you know, when I was in high school and stuff. And meeting primarily, like the biggest thing for me was
has the worst fucking name.
Yes.
And the worst fucking voice. He is
Don't
straight
meet
out of.
Clodfelter.
I've
He's-
said this before. Oh, go ahead.
He's like a simp for Nick Fuentes. He's like an underling of Nick Fuentes. So imagine the
I can't
level of
imagine.
manliness at that level.
I can't imagine. You know, sometimes I just think of that picture of Fuentes looking longingly at Catboy.
Yeah.
That famous picture.
Yeah.
That is worth 10,000 words, and they're all similes for the word gay. Or, you know, they're all synonyms for the word gay, not
Yeah.
similes. But, yeah.
And all of the followers that Nick Fuentes has look at him the way he looks at a Catboy.
Yeah.
Like it's a weird triangle.
It's really weird because you can't fake that look, and it's not just like a good freeze frame. That is somebody who's saying, you can get with me.
Yeah.
You already have me.
Yeah.
Like, why are you even playing? It's more than gay. It's a woman's look. That's
wanting.
It's so far beyond. He made a woman's face.
Yeah,
on his face.
It's like he had a pregnancy glow.
Yeah, it was amazing. Just an amazing thing. The gayest face ever made was by Nick Fuentes, who wants to put himself as the ultimate in manliness.
But that's only for
traditional
people.
Manliness.
Only for men that lack in manliness, right? Like any real man.
Anybody who wants to capitalize on manliness or prides himself on manliness is compensating for something. Jack Murphy, we found out, rides dildos all day and wants his wife to fuck other people. So there's obviously something wrong. But what were you saying about actual manliness?
Oh, but actual men are too busy being men to fucking care about any of this shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we got things to do, like eat a sandwich.
Right. Well, you got to eat a sandwich. And a man does not know how a sandwich came upon him.
Yeah. No.
He doesn't know where it went.
Sandwiches happen.
Sandwiches just happen.
Yeah. Everybody, like, as far as men's rights go, like, men's have the right to, like, a certain amount of condiments.
Yeah.
For your sandwich.
Yeah.
Beyond that, you don't need rights.
Yeah.
Just go get what you want. We're hunter-gatherers. Just go be a fucking man. Have whatever you like. It's yours. There's a secret, guys, watching at home. Anything you want is yours. You just got to get it.
Yeah, if a guy was ever like, oh, so we're not supposed to do this now? It's like, well, who told you that? Everybody? Of course they're going to say that. You can do whatever you want, really.
Yeah,
what
literally.
Just grab her by the pussy.
Exactly.
Oh, yep.
Hey.
Based and pussy pilled.
They're going to want to kill you, but that means you're doing
they
it
will
right.
want to kill you. Like,
that means you're doing it right.
If you want to die, then just go do whatever you want without any regard, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to do what you want and get away with it,
you
just got to be a couple steps ahead of everybody else. It's so simple.
It's very simple.
Nobody plays social chess anymore.
I sort of like work with on
It's
a
like
daily
at best
basis.
it's social pong.
I'm always like playing games. Jaden, Nick, and Beardson, and Kai, and just everybody, and Wurzel, everybody that I hang out with, pretty much
That he
every
hangs
day I
out with.
finally get
He
to,
means like stream on the internet with.
shake their hand.
But
and
that's
hang
all their
out with,
friends.
and it's just crazy. And not to
This is the
mention
only time he
gripers
spends
who are in my
IRL
chat,
time with his
talking
friends at
to
these
me all the
weird
time,
conventions.
sending me super chats. Really cool to like get that experience and put faces to names and get to know these people on a more personal level that.
Yeah, I'll say it's always so. I'm not famous when I walk
Look at that
around
leg
a regular
bouncing.
place, but when I go
Look
to
at
a
that
place
leg
like
go.
this, I'm famous.
That's the most exercise he gets.
So it is
You
a
think
little
he's got
humbling when you walk
ADHD
around.
like
so
me?
I walked in. I spent way too much money on my suit. I was
He's
walking
Gunt
down the
bouncing
line
on
like
the-
this.
on
I
the
got
leg
this tip
tap.
every
Yeah.
place, 'cause
Nice.
It's only when you do the simultaneous open close that you get that good
The
up and down
ocean
like,
wave.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Those
Because at first I thought you were like kind of going like that,
Receding.
but then I realized it was like open close.
It's quite a movement.
Yeah.
A lot of moving parts there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shapes.
Billie Eilish wrote that song "Ocean Thighs" about.
Yeah, so I got to skip everything.
I'm
And
scared.
so I'm walking down the line, I'm like giving dap, like shaking hands, like, yeah, of course I'm skipping all these people in line.
Yeah.
And then I get right to the end and I'm giving this guy like a fist bump and I fucking fell on my ass.
No,
I swear to
dude.
God, because my shoes were so slick.
Dude.
And I am so
wearing,
fat. I don't know if you noticed.
Full on dress shoes.
Like, I'm wearing something slimmer now, but I'm so fat that I just slipped. If you can believe such a thing.
What if he wore a moo-moo?
That would look better.
He'd be left. He'd be liberal at that point.
Would he?
Yeah, you can't. Like, you're not gonna see anybody on the alt right wearing a muumuu.
Okay.
He looks like cotton candy.
Yeah,
These
if,
are like
if he was left, he would have a muumuu already. His hair would be blue, and he would be pansexual on Tinder. And
On
he'd
dress
be
shoes, no traction
swiping.
whatsoever.
And he'd swipe right on you.
Yeah, him and I would be matching all the
That's-
fucking time.
That one of the funniest things I ever saw was when you showed me your Tinder.
Yeah.
And you showed me the people that swiped right
I
at
said,
you.
"This is why I have
Oh
Tinder."
my God.
It humbles me. It humbles me.
It was great. It was great. It was everybody looked like Billy.
Yeah.
But with different shades
It
of
was a
hair, all
stack-
of them the
yeah.
colors of the rainbow.
It was a stack of me-looking bitches with different Crayolas, and all their profiles said pansexual.
all of them. It said
They were-
pan, poly, anything. I'll fuck anything.
Yeah.
One of them said anything.
Yeah. Please.
Please. And Billy's like, yep. Just checked out my Tinder.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
He showed it. It was one of the hardest laughs I've ever had because it was great.
Yeah.
Because, we live in kind of a bubble where a lot of people find you, God help them, sexually very desirable.
Yeah.
Unusually desirable. Like, would
I
do
don't-
anything for
I don't
you.
translate well to Tinder.
Yeah, but on Tinder, it's this bizarro world, or we live in the bizarro world, where everybody just looks like you and is like, that's mine.
Well, I think there's just not an app to transfer the positives I have into a fucking swipeable interface, right?
There's not a freestyle rap site.
You'd think
There's
because
not a
there's
popsicle eating contest.
because there's no smelling app. Like you'd think I'd have the advantage. Like nowhere on Tinder does it indicate that I have a case of the farts, right? So you'd think I'd have some sort of advantage there.
Yeah,
but no. Like
you're just close up profile. They know it's that. You're like,
yeah.
It's like that man just farted.
Yeah,
and
live.
he's grossing himself out by the smell.
Live and in real time with a fucking case of the farts. I pull better than any time on Tinder.
How often is a fart? How often does it like come out as a shart?
When I fart?
Yeah,
It used to be bad.
Not as often.
I used to live with Billy and his mom for a brief time.
Yeah.
Way back. And sometimes I would move Billy's clothes like into the dryer to rotate them, and there was nary a pair that would not have not shit streaks, but we're talking rosebuds in there. We're talking
I don't know
like
what that
Billy,
means, but yeah,
we're talking we're talking TJ doing the wipe challenge and just greasy shits being all over the paper. We're talking that, but your underwear like all the time. I'm like, what the fuck does he do? Does he just give up?
I was relatively sick at that point in my life. I was over 600 pounds. And,
I know.
And you know how
And
they had
you had moved in, made things worse. Yeah.
You know how they have TikTok challenges where they like challenge people to stand up on fucking milk crates and stuff?
Yeah.
The milk crate challenge and balance and like they fall down and hurt themselves. I was doing something called the wipe challenge at 600 pounds. Like I was a 50-50 chance, heads or tails, that it actually hit anything.
Is this a fart or a shart? I guess we'll find out.
We'll know.
Yep.
We'll know.
They're so slick on the bottom. They're like dance shoes or some shit. You know what I mean? Like there's no
yeah.
traction. And so I slipped, and it was like in slow motion. I was like, I'm not going down. Fuck this. I'm not going down. And then
dude.
I did go down, but I got back up really quick, popped back up, and got a round of applause. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
But
We went up there. We went
Got
up there.
a round of
We- yeah, we
applause,
went-
you know, for fatting around, doing a rumble tumble.
Yeah, like, what's
That
up?
fall.
round of applause.
Pretty cool.
In this
So
bitch.
the reason I told that story was, well, hopefully it was funny, but the other reason I told it is because it's always humbling to go to these type of things. When I was at APAC 1, it was the same way. When I was at some of the Stop the Steal rallies, it was the same way. Springfield, a lot of people come up to you, well, me, because I do these shows and stuff,
Yeah.
and they'll say, and you too, because you're a streamer, and they'll say, man, you know, this stream helped me through this, or I watched the kill stream way back when, and Ralph, I got a lot of this last night. Ralph, the first time I heard of Nick was through your show. Or
See,
the first time I
that's
heard of
awesome.
the first time I heard of X person was through your show, and I got involved.
He has very skinny legs in proportion to his body. Honestly, he has very small limbs in general.
He's supposed to be a small man,
Yeah.
but he's a very big man.
Yeah.
With this through you,
Yeah, man.
and there was a lot of that, and so it is always, you know, I don't want to do public service, serious voice type shit too much, but it is like literally humbling and cool.
No, it is because so I started on TikTok.
The shaky
right?
leg.
And I was
Yeah, a
actually
little
like,
shaky leg.
A little
critical
shaky
of
leg.
America First and Nick.
To me, it's a
And-
good sign. It means like fat guys are trying to get their exercise in.
yeah.
That's
It's got to
what
come out somewhere.
Yeah, it's all these excess calories. It comes out in farts and
yeah,
the shake.
We're
The leg shake.
overclocking our system on calories, so our body is just like giving us the shakes. Like, I don't know if you guys notice, half the time on the show, I just have a shoulder shimmy. I can't stop my shoulder shimmy. I don't know what it's about, but I'm shimming. I'm shimming. Cocoa Pop. Can't help it.
Mostly because I didn't know like what it was.
Yeah.
I had only been told about like, you know, what the mainstream media was reporting. And, you know, I didn't know that it was this impactful and this real.
I was at the Polo Club, and then
what-
Gavin McGinnis red pilled me.
Yeah. on the squash court.
On the squash court.
One day, people say
I guess
that
I'm
Grace-
just jealous because I haven't had like anybody pill me in a long time. My whole life has just been like pretty much the same trajectory. I can remember like the last point I had an epiphany. I was 21. I was doing
the last time you had an epiphany.
Yeah. I was 21. I was at this life work class that was kind of like a cult.
Yeah.
And they sat me down in a circle and they had like everybody in the room was crying.
Yeah.
And some 53-year-old man like just crying in my arms talking about how when I walked in, he's like, I looked at you like you were an actual cow. And I've never looked at a fat person before like a human being. He's crying in my arms like, but you made me see that there's a person inside of that big ball of fat. And I'm like, oh, like that wasn't my epiphany. But
okay, you were like, I am a person?
Yeah, it was part of it, though. It was part of it.
This is the first guy that's ever called me a human.
That's when I realized just about every person you fucking see in this world is a fragile, broken stack of, just experiences.
Nerves.
Yeah. Like they're all fucking one thread away from falling apart.
I know. That's when I decided to stop being mean. I was like, wait a second. Everybody's hanging on by a thread.
Yeah.
No one told
You're
me that.
mean to me all the time. What are you talking
Shut
about?
up, whore.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm never going to be mean again.
From that was the last time.
That was it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
But anyways, that cult was the last time I had a life-changing epiphany, and I feel like I'm due for one. If it's gonna be based in red pilled, do I have to watch more Gavin McGinnis to stop being such a critical prick?
Yeah.
Is it time I just get red pilled? Is that because I'm missing
You
that?
got to go through them all. You got to go.
I know.
Blue, red, brown, the brown pill, which means they've been lying to you about wiping front to back.
Is that a girl thing?
Yeah, you wipe back to front.
Can guys wipe front to back?
That's how you do it.
You wipe back to front.
That's how you do it. There's more
you're
places
so
for the
lucky you
stink
don't
to
have a
hide.
vagina.
Stink to hide. More places. It's the brown pill. Take it.
Yeah.
And sell it on OnlyFans.
I read that you can enlarge your penis by 3 inches by just caking 3 inches of shit on the tip of your dick by wiping back to front.
By making yourself a shit dick.
Yeah, I got 3 extra inches of Hershey Kiss on the tip of my cock.
Ladies,
it's a big old fucking coagulated stink nugget.
Packing a 5-incher, 3 of them shit.
I just got like 4 almond rokas festering on the tip of my cock.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, my mom's probably watching. She's usually where she texts me or tells me she's done with the show and going to sleep. I say shit like this.
I wonder how many people sometimes we have a lot of classy people in the chat, and I notice they just leave as soon as we just go on.
Yeah.
Inevitably, we go on a shit talk rampage. And
I think your mom got mad at the poop hole loophole.
She did, yeah. She texted me specifically.
Was that a new one?
A couple days, like a week or two ago or something.
What was that? In Ben's words. I want Ben's words.
The poop hole. Billy described the way that some Christians get away with having anal instead of vaginal, and they're like still virgins or whatever.
It's the poop hole loophole.
Yeah,
which is a real thing. It's
well,
like women
people
do
believe it's a thing.
I mean, that people really do give up their butt sex and mouth sex to keep their vagina intact in the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
And I think that's absolutely psychotic.
Right. It doesn't make sense, actually.
They believe it.
Yeah.
I see.
That's why I'm glad Anastasia's an atheist.
You got griped.
Some gripers messaged me, sent me like the link to America First.live back when it was on.
They said you're really cute.
And I checked it out, and I was like, holy shit, this is not what I thought. This is.
He's like, oh yeah, this is boring.
Legit. I was in. I was hooked, and I've been like giving everything to America First since. Totally incredible experience. And then I've had people touch on that. You talking about like people like knowing, like learning about Nick through you. I actually had people like walk up to me and say, I was following you on the TikTok days. Yeah. And they were like, I didn't know who Nick was at the time. Well, and then they transitioned with me as I did, you know.
So there's various levels. So there was people who came up to me and they said, oh, I watched you since D Live. And which is a couple years ago, right? or they'll say, "I watched you since the Boulder stream or since 2018."
Yeah.
The Boulder stream, that's Ralph's claim to fame.
The Boulder stream.
Yeah, he was. That was the Mundane Matt. You know, the one where Mundane Matt kind of buried himself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got recently vindicated.
Yes.
Which was great.
And then he got in trouble again recently. We talked about it before you got here.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He's such a
before you-
lolcow.
Before you guys came here,
Oh,
we-
you know, I heard some of that in the car, actually. He was talking about the N-word as a panda.
That was
That
as
was
a polar
a-
bear.
yeah,
but that was not why he got in trouble. He was talking about Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League, and talking down on the Snyder fans, the Snyderverse fans, and he was saying how all these young Snyderverse fans. They were specifically talking about a couple of fans that he broadly described all the Snyderverse fans as wanting so badly to be. To call Zack Snyder their zaddy, their Zack daddy, their daddy. You know, he's like,
They got mad about that?
because then he said he was comparing them to Pokemon collecting, where they were all collecting Zack Snyder as their master or something. And the guy talking on the phone said, "Yeah, he wants to collect them all like the starters, like starter Pokemon." And then Matt responded, "No, they all want to be his new Autumn." And Autumn was the name of his daughter who killed herself and took him off of
Whoa.
the Justice League movie, is why Joss Whedon had to finish it.
Oh,
because he had to leave the movie.
They want to be his new Autumn.
Yeah, they want to be his new Autumn. It's like, oh, that's
Okay.
that's a hard one, right?
That is.
And then immediately afterwards, the guy on the call is like, wow, wow, wow. Matt's like, I'm kidding, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not serious. Well, I would hope you weren't serious. One, it's not possible for these random people on the internet to replace a daughter you lost.
Yeah.
And two, for someone to say so would be, in just serious tone, would be sick in the head.
Yeah.
So obviously you were joking.
Right.
But that's not the problem.
Well, that's why they pounced, though, because he felt the need to double back and say, "Hey, I'm kidding."
Well, they
would
probably were looking for any reason to pounce.
People will never pounce, especially in a group. They'll never pounce unless they think it'll work.
Yeah.
If they know it won't work, they won't do it.
Yeah, I'm always backtracking after I do something like a small sexual assault.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. And they're like, well, you say that to the girl crying on the floor. And I'm like, it's a joke. And then they cancel me.
You know what?
Yeah.
Speaking of, you say more offensive things every episode.
Yeah.
There's a guy, one of your Magicus.
Yeah.
He dutifully keeps a log of memorable quotes.
Yeah.
And it's in the DP Discord. And I was reading up on him with an old acquaintance of yours. And we were reading them together, and we were laughing out loud.
Yeah.
And he said, and he's known you many years, he said, "Billy's actually funny." I was like, yeah, nobody realizes that because he says so much bullshit in between the really funny stuff that it gets overlooked.
Yeah.
How funny you are.
I agree.
I do all this. I do all this stuff because I'm waiting till somebody watches the show and cancels me. It's just, I'm like, do we not have enough viewers? Like, are we not relevant enough?
No.
Because I've said enough stuff to be fucking
everybody
destroyed.
in this chat is like rode hard, and they're like, yeah, Billy's going to talk about fucking a kid again.
I've Stockholm Syndrome everybody.
Yeah. They're just waiting for it.
Yeah.
And then Mundane Matt goes, they want to be his daughter. Sorry. And then they're like, kill him.
Hang him.
Joe, have you seen the Snyder cut?
I have not. No. I hated the theatrical so much that I couldn't imagine that the Snyder cut could be that good.
How long is it again?
I think it's 4 hours. Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't see it?
I watched it in waves.
Oh, okay.
In like an hour and a half increments. I couldn't sit through the whole thing, and I thought it was dumb that it went black and white, and I thought it was dumb that they changed the aspect ratio of it too. I didn't understand.
Stabby McHug says Billy's motto is quantity over quality. No, the quantity is not my choice. If I could do Drunken Peasants for 1 hour a day, we'd do a great hour. Great hour. This is the format we're working with. The quantity comes from necessity.
I gotta fill 15 hours a week. Come on, give me a break. Sometimes it's just gonna be air.
Yeah.
No,
you psycho. When we're doing 6-hour fucking Saturdays, toying around with the goddamn modem shutting off and all types of other crazy shit.
Luckily, the modem is that's weird how that works, isn't it?
I believe it was Stalin and Billy who said quantity is a quality all its own. Billy's rule is just quantity. Just throw it all out. somebody says that to you and you're just sitting there fat, and they're like, yeah, Billy seems to like quantity over quality. You're like, I'm 500 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing?
I like
There's
how
less
I
offensive
responded-
ways to call me a fat guy.
I responded only to the idea that I'm stretching out the quantity on the show, but not the fact that I have eaten my caloric weight 45,000 times over.
It's the show keeping you fat.
I
is
know.
what you just said.
Oh my god! No, man, he got really thin doing the show.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
what happened was I started doing the show, and I had something worth living for.
Oh,
and then
don't say that.
And then I started doing IRL, and I found myself doing something that would take my manic energy, and it would reward me for it. And then the pandemic hit, and I stopped enjoying anything in life, and I went back to my old ways, and now I'm a big fat pig. And the quantity over quality comment is setting in now, and I'm realizing how
Stabby
true it
McHugs,
is.
Ow.
Yeah.
You're tuning into the last episode
Yeah.
of Billy's career.
1005, guys.
Good run. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes they hit.
Sometimes they hit.
Yeah.
Sometimes they miss.
What is this? Let's see.
Everybody's being civil over there. It's a nice, peaceful demonstration.
It's the Canada First guy that we thought was a troll. He showed up to the protests.
Ginger Fuentes,
the trucker
And the
protest.
mandates. We take back our freedoms.
Trudeau and F whoever that person.
Yeah, fuck Trudeau. He's a globalist. Yeah, man. I have a 400 IQ, dude. I'm smartest. Yeah. I'm literally the smartest guy in the world.
You look very smart.
Is he a troll though? Still, I don't know.
I mean,
did he just see this as an opportunity to get more attention?
he might not be a troll. He might be serious about it.
He's the Canadian, like literally just a Canadian ripoff of
he
Fuentes.
could
He
just
knows
be
he's
a
being
perfect
provocative.
opportunist.
He knows he's being provocative.
Yeah,
so.
he's definitely an opportunist.
It's like a winking persona, probably.
I know.
His cousin to the troll.
He even uses the same background, the same green screen
It's
background.
like a complete copy of Nick,
Yeah.
but for Canada, which made me think it was not genuine. And then now I'm thinking he was just filling a void for Canada.
We're getting the pictures. Cozy.tv.
Cozy.tv. Yeah, I'm sure that's legit.
Cozy.tv.
I'm sure that's
boys.
legit. Yeah, that's very scientific.
It is. It is. We got Nick Fuentes on there. We got me on there.
I'm joining Cozy. I gotta do it. I gotta do it.
You should.
Science is gay.
You just gotta have Nick.
Science is gay.
Science is gay.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Science is gay.
Not only is science gay, it trends
Christ is
towards
gay.
gay.
Christ is gay.
Right?
Christ
Like
is
science
gay.
made gay a thing.
Made it possible.
Made it possible. Without science, there'd be no time for gay.
There would be no such
We'd be
thing.
too busy populating the earth. Without science, we have to keep up with all the malaria and shit.
You guys could do like Tuesday streams on Cozy. You'll be like, yeah, today we're doing it on Cozy, Thursday on Twitch, Saturday on YouTube.
Yeah. Diversify.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, we're coming together as a nation.
What?
and
It's
you guys are
honking.
over
How's
here,
that
like,
non-peaceful?
I went to the hill earlier to check it out for myself. Oh, I'm gonna have an anxiety attack because of the honks. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's you.
Pretty hot takes to the community, okay? Hot right-wing extremist takes. Yeah. We have a lot of people over here. We are taking. You guys are the ones who are bitching about. You guys are the ones who are bitching about us taking over your city, and it's true. We did take over.
You're a minority,
and it's awesome
within a minority.
because we are here
Who are
to
going
end
against
the
science.
mandates. We are
That,
here
yeah.
for freedom. The
Very
Groypers will take
grateful for
back
science.
Yeah, see,
Canada.
even the logo is almost exactly the same.
The Groypers are here. The Groypers. From the globalists, from you guys, the globalists. Yes.
Maybe I thought it was a troll because he just spews off everything Nick says, but with a maple leaf on it.
Yeah. It does seem like a troll. I'm on the fence.
Well, the street. This is our country. This is our street. This is the Groyper streets, baby. No, this is the Groyper streets. We're out here. Yeah, we are white.
we are
Yeah,
white.
It's awesome. I love being white.
Where are you taking it from?
I can't hear you with that mask on.
I love being white.
I actually can't understand
I
you.
think you're to understand me.
I can actually. You have a mask on. I mean, we have like a million journos here, so it's fine. We're peacefully.
Taking anything back.
We already did. Go look at the downtown core.
Oh, so it's an
a bunch of
occupation.
freedom fighters are here, and we're fighting for you guys too. Don't worry, we're fighting for you guys too. What? I can't hear you. There we go. He took off his mask. It's a super spreader.
Okay. Now you're asking the game.
Okay. Well,
Other side of the sidewalk and moving now, please. Keep moving, please.
We have red hats.
Yeah, they said, "Where's your white hoods?" They're like, "We have red hats."
Canada first.
I can't believe they just stole the shtick and they're just applying it to Canada instead.
I mean, that's capitalism. There's a reason why we have America's Got Talent in 46 countries and we stole it from Britain.
Yeah.
If it works somewhere, it'll work anywhere. That was Hitler's motto too.
Was it?
Yeah, he was
If
like,
it works somewhere, it'll work anywhere.
yeah. I was like, damn.
Quote Hitler.
Yeah.
You want proof of God? Okay. Look around you. Look at the ocean. Look at the fish in the ocean. Look at the trees. Look at the birds in the trees. Look at the stars. Look at a baby being born.
No.
Look at a sunset. Look in the mirror. We can't put God in a test tube, but we can look around us. You know deep down inside this is not an accident. There's no way. The proof of God is all around you. You just don't really want to believe that he's real. Because if he is, if God's real, that means it's not looking too good for you.
Why?
Because God exists.
If God exists somewhere, God exists everywhere.
Because if God exists as he believes him, God's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yikes.
If God did exist in this way, like, I'll go to hell forever. I don't care. Fuck it. Like,
yeah, if God exists the way these guys think he exists, he's mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, not a nice guy.
I will go to hell in protest. That's the real sacrifice. Jesus Christ, what? God made him to die. That's not a big
all
sacrifice.
types of
I'm
all
willing to
types
spit
of
in the
children
face.
were killed by God in the Bible.
Yes.
So it's weird that they're against abortion when God killed like
many children.
Have you read the Bible? God's worse than Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
God's
much
worse than any type of mass murderer. That's God. According to the Noah's Ark story, God killed almost every person and animal on Earth.
And God
Instead of
lost the
just, like-
wrestling match to Vince McMahon.
Yep.
Fucking jobber.
It's true.
There's a really weird like little verse in the Torah, in the Old Testament, as we call it, where Elijah, one of the major prophets, is praying up to heaven, and there's kids that are just kind of like laughing on the other side of a riverbed, and they're like, "Yeah, go up, you bald head, go up, you
the
bald
bear.
head." And then a bear comes out of nowhere and mauls them.
Yeah.
And it says Hashem sent the bear to maul the children.
Yeah.
For calling the guy
Yeah.
bald.
Yep.
One bald guy had like his hand in writing that one.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I got one for him."
Those little
Yeah.
Kents.
It was probably the person who translated that verse from whatever the original language was into
Hebrew.
Yeah, so then
And
then it was,
Aramaic was some.
and then it was translated to Greek.
Yes.
And then the Greek was usually the main text to translate to the other European languages.
Yeah, if I translated it, it would be Hashem sent the bear to eat the woman for laughing at the guy's tiny dick.
Man. So, quick reminder, we're playing this game throughout the week. We're doing a show today, we're doing one tomorrow, and then we're not doing another one until Saturday.
What's the game again?
It's Suck My Deck, is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Suck my
deck. We're giving out non-fuckable tokens.
Okay.
And everybody who does a $20 dono put in a card, a suit, and a number or card indicator. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 of hearts, spades, diamonds, or what's the other one? Clubs?
Yeah,
Clubs.
clubs.
Get clubs. Get him in, call one, and we'll give a winner here at the end of the Papa Week Saturday night.
All right.
Saturday night. I think there's a little bit of Dan the Poet Man in all of us. Like, how many times have you just danced and sing and screamed out a fucking
And said
reference
bad
to
jokes all
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
do
been
that.
there.
I do that.
Sometimes I'm just like shaking my dick around in my fucking boxers and dancing, and I'm like, I fucking wanna watch Moonlighting tonight. And I never watched Moonlighting.
Have
I
you
just
ever
wanna
watched
watch it.
Moonlighting?
Never watched Moonlighting.
It was Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I want to
And
watch
Sybil
it.
Shepherd.
Yeah, I want to watch it tonight, but I never do.
Let's watch it tonight.
It was like cop romance drama.
And a will they, won't they tension.
Yes.
Kept going on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off.
By the way, here's an example of not exactly, but this is what kind of along the lines of what you'd expect for a non-fuckable token.
No. This is not.
Oh, really?
They always have the circle around them.
Right.
Yeah,
right. I'm just giving them a general idea.
Precisely my point.
What they are is a piece of show inspired joke art on a shirt.
Yeah, that's what
we've
it is.
had a bunch of successful runs with them before, and we're bringing it back now because we're having Sunday, Monday shows. This is the Happy Day week.
Happy Day.
Happy Day.
Sunday, Monday, Happy Day. See, there's a little Daniel,
Happy
the
Day
fucking
week.
poet man, in all of us, man. I'm doing it.
You want to watch some more of him?
No.
A classic never dies.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, comedian Daniel Songer.
I like his little brick bridge deck here.
Comedian.
He's got the sweat line down his
Daniel
belly
Songer,
button.
Comedy Act 127.
Is he a Florida man?
Comedy Act
I don't know.
127. When we are
don't see any
moving
palm
forward,
trees.
my friends, I believe that we are on the last days of the comic innovator. I've lost all my fans, so this could be it. You know?
See, he is funny though, isn't he?
For some unknown reason, fans up and gone. There was 4 of you, now there isn't.
Netflix should give Tim and Eric their own comedy series where they just get guys like this and put them up on a stage, and they like introduce
I
them.
think I could bomb worse than him on stage.
You think you could?
I think I could bomb gloriously. Again.
The comic innovator. Comedy Act 127. Hey, you know, there are grocery stores pretty much everywhere today, but people tend to go to one particular grocery store, and they continuously shop there for all their food. And a lot of people go there like every day. You know, they'll buy something just to prepare for that night. Where I go there and I look for sales and I buy mass quantities of food, where I have food for a month or 2 months, and every single time when I go there, there's a lady that she's always checking me out. She's in the checkout. She checks out everything, man. She's making passes at me. She's flirting with disaster, man. She's a big flirt. She flirts with me all the time, you know, making passes, hitting on me, you know, and I'm like, what is up with this, you know? So I start asking around, you know, who is this girl, you know, what's going on with her? And everyone I talk to is like totally amazed. Matter of fact, they're shocked, man. They're like, wow, Dan, we can't believe that because she only dates girls, you know? She's a girls on girls, girls on girls. She's like, girls only, girls only. She's a girls only girl, man. I'm like, what is up with that? Why is she
This
like
joke
trying to
started with, there's supermarkets everywhere.
Yeah.
That's how this joke started.
Yeah.
This man goes down many garden paths to get to know punchlines.
Right.
And then he'll just pick something and
turn
he'll
it
start
into a song.
He's
Yeah.
singing about it. He's brilliant.
us over, man, to a man. Never dated a man in her whole life. You know, it's like she is like saying, I am interested in Dan, you know? And boy, you know what? I end up going back there and going shopping. And what do you know? They got sausage on sale. And, you know, they sell tubes of hamburger meat, you know, and then they got these tubes of sausage. And I went ahead and I get 6.
Where is this going?
Yeah, what is this? How is this connected? I'm so confused.
What are you talking about? He's talking about the supermarket. He goes
Lesbians
back.
love sausage.
Yeah.
You ever go to the 7-Eleven down by where you live?
Are you talking to me?
Anastasia, yeah. You ever go to the 7-Eleven down by where you live?
No, I used to all the time because I lived down the road from it, like
Yeah.
within walking distance.
Yeah,
but
when
I
you
don't anymore.
When you lived down the road from that 7-Eleven, you went there all the time, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever go all the way around the fucking Puget Sound to get there?
Why would I do that?
Because that's what this guy's doing with every joke.
Yeah, now you caught it.
He could
good
go right
analogy.
to 7-Eleven. He can go right to 7-Eleven, walking down the
It's a great
street.
analogy.
But he goes all the way around the fucking mountain
Yeah,
till she comes.
I like it.
Of sausage. No, my sausage is not sick. I'm talking about 6 tubes of sausage, 6 tubes of sausage, And I get to the checkout, and what do you know? The same girl is in the checkout. And she, of course...
Imagine that. She works there.
Yeah. No.
Starts checking me out. She's checking me out. And then she gets to my sausage, man. She's like checking out my sausage, man, and she's like, she's got the manager. She's got a manager standing right next to her.
Because
and
of you.
She yells out, I don't like sausage. And her manager busts out laughing, and she's like, we're well aware of your sexual preference. And she's like, I don't like sausage, and it's
Do you
like,
think this is how they're
hey,
actually talking?
I know where
Like in real
your
life?
mind
That's
is at.
exactly how they were talking.
I don't even think he actually goes shopping. I think this is all fucking lie.
This is T-Bob watching Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of watching Cliffhanger like T-Bob did, this
No.
guy watched Supermarket Sweeps.
Yeah. And I go there and I put everything in the fucking. Do I got his cadence down?
A little bit, yeah.
do
He's
I-
Yeah, man. He's like, yeah, man.
He's like
You go
Pauly
to
Shore
the-
and Andrew Dice Clay.
You go to the supermarket and the dyke checks you out,
Man.
But he doesn't use that. He doesn't use words like that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He
He's
doesn't ever
clean.
say that. He's like,
clean.
she says she doesn't like sausage, man. So I pulled out a can of clams.
Mind in the gutter. Yes, she does. She's a girls on girls because she don't like sausage. She don't like sausage. She don't like sausage,
I want to know what his neighbors think of him.
Yeah, because he's always
like
outside.
Sausage.
Yeah.
So someone is like, do that shit outside.
They probably think he's hilarious.
Maybe.
It's like,
They're all
yeah.
watching. They get together every episode, every taping.
Ooh, there was
Those
a
were
rare
the fans
cut.
he was referring to.
A rare cut in one of his videos just
Well, your
occurred.
mind is in the gutter.
Some stuff wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
He just started crying. Like he had his moment of realization.
He just stopped and he said, "Am I funny?"
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
And then started crying.
And he's like, well, better end this.
Yep.
Cuts back in.
Yep.
Wow.
And the cut is him turning off the camera, walking to turn off the
Yeah,
camera.
this would be the one where he starts questioning himself because he said he lost all his fans at
I
the beginning.
lost all my fans.
And then he cuts the fucking camera near the end. Like, he did break down crying. We know that to be true.
No doubt.
What did he leave on the cutting room floor? Crying?
We got to have him on the show.
Yeah, is he still alive?
Who knows? He's pretty old though. He's the one of the more recent videos of him that I watched. Let me see how long ago that was.
I'm gonna track him down.
It was 1 year ago was the last video he made. I saw one of his videos and it was in the 200 count. And he said he was like 60 years old, so he's like an older guy.
Dan the Poet Man is in his
60s.
elderly years.
Yeah.
60s.
This guy's married.
There's no way
I
he's
don't
married.
think so.
Are you kidding?
Somebody said his wife is basically an angel and supports his dreams and sits through the whole act every time.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, 'cause
that's a
I
I don't
comedy
know
bit.
if they're
thought he
being
was gay.
sarcastic
Yeah, it's
or
a comedy bit.
Because if that's anywhere near the truth, I don't want him on the show. I want his wife on the show.
Yeah, no.
That's who I want to talk to.
She actually believes in him.
Yeah.
She's like, Hank is very funny.
It's Daniel.
Daniel's very funny. I forget his name sometimes.
You just make up names.
I've been Stepford wived.
Yeah, it's I wanted to play another one of these for you here, just so you can see the full scale of it all.
Is it the condom one? Somebody mentioned a condom one. in
There is a
the chat
condom
that's up there.
one. I also have that one too. I was gonna play this.
Do you see a ring, right or left?
If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. Let's
I'll just give you a little taste of this one.
Comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer, Comedy Act 221. Daniel, come back to Earth.
He's really introducing himself.
Hey, what do you think of the package?
Oh my.
Can you admire the package?
No, he's not married.
Can you admire it? Or do you want the whole package?
No!
Comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer. I'm still standing after all these years.
This is Chippendale's
still
audition.
Standing after all these years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer. Hey, you know what? I'm single.
There's
You don't
our answer.
say.
Imagine,
But
do
you're
you
such a catch.
think, I'm a single man, and you know what? It's really
I'm looking
best
for a
me
cuddlist.
to live in an apartment complex
Dear
because
God, no.
that's where all the single
I quit.
people are. And you know what? I would
I've
like
never
to know,
seen Anastasia
where
not be open, inviting to a man before.
Here's another
This is
one.
the first time I've ever seen her deny any sort of advance.
Doesn't mind.
at
Yeah.
all.
Doesn't mind any man.
No.
If it was Buffalo
limits.
Bill, she'd be like, "Oh, that's a sexy voice you got there."
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's
He
that
does have a
cast
good
from?
voice.
No, you don't need to punch me. I'll do it. Whatever
Hand
it
me
is.
that lotion.
Yeah. Can I have that lotion thingy again?
I heard you have a well. Can I see that too?
Yeah.
She's like, "Shut
Ladies
the fuck
and
up."
gentlemen, comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer. Hey, comedian, entertainer, Daniel Songer, back here.
It's a church parking lot.
With a condom smile. Yes, that's it.
He's got a condom smile. He's got a bunch of condoms.
Is that what he's wearing around
I
his
hope
neck?
it's not a school
I
parking
think
they're
lot.
they're
like
duct
taped.
taped onto
Yeah.
his chest.
Yeah.
Do they have cum in the reservoirs? Are
I
the
hope
tips
not.
filled?
I hope not.
138 condom smile. Hey, you know what, guys? I have never been one to go out to a lady and just say, just even to say, hey, I want to talk dirty to you,
No.
Let alone, going up to a lady and say, do you want to do something dirty with me?
That's
You
my
know,
line.
I just have
Yeah, why does it
never
work
been
for
that
you
kind
and
of
not
man,
him?
But when I was
It's the
a
pitch
teenager,
register.
I would walk up to a pretty girl and I'd say, do you want a screw? Yeah, I'd open my hand and there lies a screw. Yeah, today.
Just in case you didn't get it.
I love the prop comic that doesn't realize that the camera won't pick it up, and then after he
Yeah.
delivers,
It's too small. You can't see the screw.
yeah, like we all knew it was a screw.
No, I couldn't
You
see.
didn't know it was
I
a
couldn't
screw?
see. I'd be on the floor laughing if I
See-
knew that was a screw at the time.
Oh, so I knew it was a screw.
Here's a screw.
Because why else
I
would
only
he
heard
open
the
his hand?
ting after he threw it.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah. Yeah, no. He's too
I'm
cerebral for
telling you,
me.
man, you don't even have to open your hand. Condom smile. Condom smile. Yeah, you don't even have to open your hand. Condom smile. Yeah, it's like, hey, do you want to do something dirty? It's just, woo. I'm telling you, explosion. Condom smile. Hey guys, what is a condom smile? To me, it's probably a broken condom. Condom smile.
There's no way this guy hasn't hung himself, right?
No, well, who knows? It has been a year.
Does he
You're
take
right.
bookings?
Yeah.
Does he take comedy bookings?
Yeah, we got to have him on.
He has some videos where he just reads poems that he's written as well.
That's cringe too. I like that.
Yeah, his channel is Dan Poet Man.
Dan Poet Man, all
Yep.
one word?
Yep.
And he hasn't been on in a year.
I'm gonna reach out.
His last video was a year ago.
He just like dipped out like Hannah Minx.
I remember when we had you in here, and I was like, "Yeah, you remember that video where you ride the Ferris wheel?" And you're like, "What video where I ride the Ferris wheel?" And I'm like, "No, that video where you ride the Ferris wheel." And you're like, "No." And then I went and found the video of you riding the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, and I was teaching. I totally forgot about that. That was so long ago.
Yeah.
Anastasia can't remember anything. It's not her fault either. She was in a terrible accident at the age of 16 that turned her into the Spider-Man of sluts.
She
sticks to walls.
Yeah, she got bit by a radioactive nympho.
I shoot cum from my wrists.
You know, that kind of is what Spider-Man's swinging from, right?
Yeah,
Seems like it.
Furthering that, because that's what they want you to do. Hey, further it, man.
Have you ever seen spiders use their webs to fly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to catch the air.
Yeah,
and-
it blew my mind. I've never seen that in person in my life until I moved out here. One day I was just sitting outside and I saw these little spiders on top of this wall, like this brick wall. And I saw them just shooting all these webs into the air, and then they just like picked up and flew away. It blew my mind. I was like, I didn't know spiders did that. And then I looked it up and I figured it out.
You never watched Charlotte's Web?
No.
What?
I've
It
read the
shows
book.
that all the babies like come out of the egg thingy, whatever, and they're like drifting on the wind. They're like, goodbye, goodbye.
Maybe I did watch that. I don't remember that part for sure. I'd never seen that actually happen.
1
in
second.
person.
I want to get Anastasia's opinion on something. In Charlotte's Web, is Wilbur special?
Like a special pig?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see why not. He can read, he can dance. Clearly, he can like understand other animals and humans and stuff. Why would he not be
I
special?
was just seeing how dumb you are. You confirmed all the bad things I've ever thought about you.
Do you know what? You know what the moral of that story is?
What is it?
If you pay attention to anything, it becomes special. They paid attention to that pig. They nurtured it. They gave him a leg to stand on.
No, what's special? I think what the real meaning is that Wilbur isn't special at all.
Nobody is.
But if you put up a sign of something or tell people that something is supposed to be some way, they'll start viewing it that way. Even though in plain sight was a spider who could read and write and create these signs, nobody paid attention to the spider. They only paid attention to the fact that they were writing some pig. And we think that's a kid's movie. It's about adults. It's about Anastasia not being able to differentiate between signs and the signified and the signer.
Yeah, everybody knows
can't
Anastasia is
differentiate anything ever. Like that's not really. It's a very narrow topic.
Furthering it.
Anastasia, you were told you were a good pig by a spider, right?
Dear God, no. I would never talk to a spider. They creep me out. I am a good pig, though.
Oink, oink.
Who told you that?
One of my cuddlest peoples.
Aw.
That's a spider.
Do you want to release any of your info for that to this crowd?
Yeah, you want to take on
I'm
some
sure you can
cuddlist
get a few.
fan bases?
Yeah.
We have a fan named Egghead who said he'll pay you $448 to cuddle.
For how long, though?
He says about 3 inches.
That's a good deal. I mean, how many dollars per inch is that?
We're working with about $140 per inch.
That's not bad.
$147 per inch.
All right.
Why are you a cuddlist?
They're trying to hook up Cobes with this girl.
Gothy. I like her.
Yeah.
She's my type.
She looked like a queen cobra. On February 25th, 2022, Cobra was lucky enough to meet a female fan of his on a live panel stream.
Nice.
It clearly was love at first sight.
I can't see.
So, okay, so you learned who Josh was, and you're like, oh my God, who's this gothic bad boy? Fucking YouTube celebrity, famous. We're amongst fucking YouTube fame right now. You know that, right?
I've been told. Richie, I'm going to kick you and me for a minute, and we're going to let Josh and Gothy hang out.
Who the fuck is in Josh's house?
Yeah, who is that guy? Is he the cleaning?
He's got an apron on.
Yeah.
Did he kidnap somebody from Arby's?
He's gonna cook. He ain't
He's
gonna
doing
talk
very
to
well.
me.
He's got a cleaner.
I've already tried to get him to talk once. He won't fucking talk to me. Watch. Hey, hi, how you doing? Do you talk to me?
Is this guy sent by Gothy to rob King Cobra for all his cool shit?
Yep, she's distracting him right
This
now.
is a classic distraction technique.
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I was looking at my
I
sexy
called you
maid.
earlier. That was me, FYI. Maybe
I guess some calls and text messages I just delete because I assume it's all trolls.
That's why he's so hard to get a hold of. He just thinks
Yeah.
everyone is a troll.
I
But if you
sent you a
called
fucking-
me,
Yeah, I called you.
if you send me another text message, I'll add you on my phone.
I can.
So the Cobra seed was planted. March 2nd, 2022.
This is gonna sound pathetic, but I'm pretty sure Cobes is cooler than I am.
I don't think that's pathetic.
Look at him.
I think he is actually cooler than me.
Yeah. Yeah. When you really break down what cool is.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
It's not. It was pathetic because it was realization like you had earlier.
Yeah.
But for you, it was just obvious. Like you and Ben were like, yeah, duh. We
Yeah.
all knew that.
Yeah.
I just figured it out.
I was having a conversation with somebody today, and I was telling them how the only thing I have in life to look forward to is going to meet King Cobra in Casper, Wyoming. That's a literal quote I said earlier today.
Damn.
So you and I both had this kind of like realization today.
Yeah, it's a come to goth moment.
Come to goth moment.
Fuck. Gah.
I don't know what the fuck I did. Like, I was on the phone talking to Gothy over Facebook for like several hours. And now she's here on stream saying she's damaged goods.
We're all damaged goods.
It's true. She also confirmed Cobra masturbated while on FaceTime with her. I mean,
Yeah, he's so much cooler.
yeah, what's
And say how nobody wants her. I'm like, first of all, Gothy, hon, you're not damaged goods. Second of all, can I get to know you first?
Thank you.
Like, this is what
As
pisses
he's
me
jerking
off about
off.
women.
What?
If you don't try hard enough, like, what the fucking shit, actual fucking shit. No, I've been rejected by every chick I like, and it sucks. So I've learned to wait more patiently and just play it cool and chill out. Am I the bad guy for saying, let's get to know each other first before we go any further? Fuck, dude.
This is before or after.
That's why he's getting rejected because
Later
they
that
want to
day.
fuck him, and he's saying, "Let's wait."
Okay, so let me explain some things. I talked to Gothy last night till about 2 o'clock, almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I was tired. So,
I love the beginning of how he positions it. I was tired.
oh, I got off to finish my project I'm working on right here and go to bed. And then while I'm working on my project, I see she's live making this video about how nobody fucking wants her. And I'm like, is she for real right now? Like, okay, let me just say this, fellas. If it were gender reversed and it was a dude trying way too hard, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't fly in
No.
our society. I got a 15-pack of Bud Light. Yes. Or, yeah. I thought it were bottles, but it is what it is. You want of-age companionship and you can't very easily get it because dating sucks. I get it. The last 4 years I've dedicated my dry spell to trying to improve gender relations. My trolls are
That's
seeing
kinda
this
where
opportunity to
cuddlist stuff
fuck with
comes
me.
in.
Improving gender relations.
Like it's a lot of guys that have just gotten out of long-term relationships
Yeah.
and don't really know like how to get back into the dating scene and talk to women. They've hired cuddlists to come lay in bed and talk to them and, you know, like get them comfortable with talking to women so that they can go out and do it in the real world.
Do you think you could help King Cobra get back out into the real world?
Dear God, no. I just
Damn.
What if you wore a sign that said "some pig"?
That might help, actually.
He'd be like, I can't read.
I wouldn't really know how to talk to him. I don't know. He's weird.
got Asperger's, and you're usually pretty good at that.
Yeah. The only problem is you inevitably fall in love with any Aspie you meet.
That is an issue, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's the Berg whisperer.
Yeah, she is going to be hanging off Cobb's nuts.
Yeah.
Within, what, 20 minutes of meeting him?
No, I think she would definitely. She could fall in love with King Cobra.
I mean, how smart is he? Smart?
No.
Oh, he's way
He's
smarter.
a creative.
He's
wicked
way
creative.
fucking smart.
He
makes wands by himself.
You like Harry Potter, right?
Love it.
Yeah, my guy makes top tier wands and casts spells.
I think I saw some of his wands in the background, actually.
Yeah, and he thought of this brilliant line. What was it? They were like, yeah, people call me, because I make wands, they call me Goth Harry Potter. I'm like, Slytherin.
Yeah.
In time, and it's just
You get it?
sad.
Get it?
No, Gothy has
It's
some
over her
mental
head. It's all
disorders,
right.
and it's pretty
She's
fucked
not-
off that people are
She's not the spider.
fucking with her in chat just to get a reaction. It's really messed up, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in a rush to get laid anymore. That's dumb. Like, Gothy legitimately showed me her OnlyFans page.
Oh my god.
She had to stop because it was, yeah. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. Okay. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I masturbated.
I haven't done a video response to anybody in a while, much less outside. Ignore the crow, it's retarded crow. Ignore the bike in the background. We have bikers around here. There's one down the street. There's fucking one over there.
They're made for each other.
Really, though?
Is she tweaking out? Like, is she a tweaker?
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's keep her on a little
Really,
dose
people?
of crystal meth to fall in love with Cobes.
Anyway, so my fucking response to King Cobra is this. Buddy, you had a fucking ride or die. Either you had a fucking friend out of the mix, or you had a fucking bitch who fucking ride or die. When someone sits here and tells you stories about the fucking crap they've been through, that should fucking sit there and tell you something and click in your fucking little brain.
Okay, you know what? I don't have a little brain now. You're gonna insult me. You're gonna fucking call me stupid. You say I have a tiny brain. Really?
He's very thin-skinned.
Fucking really?
That just makes him
Okay,
sexy.
let me explain something to Gothy. Men, we are simple. We do not rely on subtle hints.
He keeps his wand in his pocket. You can see it sticking out of his coat pocket right there. So you can just pull it out and be like, "Wah!"
I like subtle hints.
How the fuck am I supposed to know you want to date me if you're sharing your life story with me? I thought we were just getting to know each other. Okay? Women will overthink shit, and if they
when he said
have
we, I thought he meant autistic
disorders
people.
like she does,
He's speaking
it's
for
gonna
all men.
happen.
Can you imagine? That's our spokesman.
And-
Listen, your shit's too complicated.
You're smart. You're sitting here fucking pulling shit because of fucking trolls. Whatever the case is, I don't care. Toxic is toxic, and I fucking don't have fucking time for this shit. Just because you're autistic does not fucking mean that I'm gonna sit here and baby you or coddle you.
And you know what? Just because you have bipolar fucking personality disorder doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and coddle and baby you. Like, you know what I'm saying? If she wasn't...
He's almost like pulling an Onision, like, she has BPD, you know.
This is my ex and
sec.
his ex, actually, because my ex is on the spectrum. And he does have a hard time, like, understanding when women are flirting with him or, like, telling him, I like you and I want you to know more about me so that you can try some things. And then his ex-wife is, she has BPD. It's crazy mix.
Into it, I'd be called a creep. That is the goddamn truth.
Cobes,
Okay, if
you
Goth-
already called a creep. You might as well go all in.
He was not into me, and I was trying to pursue her, and then like try way too hard to get her, I'd be called a fucking creep. But when it's the other way around, it's you could have had someone, and it's just like, look, I'm down to hang out and get to know you, But, dude, I've had crap experiences with women, so pardon me for not wanting to be in a rush to get my fucking heart stomped on.
Wow. You know what? We're going to continue this, but it's going to be in the post show, which we're going to go do in just a minute here. So everyone should sign up. You can watch the post show. All you got to do is be a $10 patron, or you can be a member of the channel. You can click the join link below, and it's posted there also. The links are already up. So if you join now, or if you become a $10 patron now, you can see the post show. We're going to start it very soon here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all stars now in the post show.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm interested in seeing where this goes.
Yeah, there's a part 2, actually, that was posted that I just saw. So there's that.
Gotta have BPD if you want to be with me. Is that a real song, Bing Bong?
It
Bing Bong.
It's a good song.
Let's see. This is at...
I feel like the could be a country song, or if you popped it up a little bit, the Backstreet Boys could sing it.
All right, we're going to go and do that now. Everyone else, we'll see you tomorrow, but you really should join right now and go see us there.
Come on
We're going
in.
now. Everyone's going to be there. Here we go.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.